Hello, chat. How are you? Let's see if this is fixed anything. What's going on, man? Hello, YouTube, for the first time. How are you? Wow, such delay on YouTube. What's going on? Hello, YouTube. Far out, man.
Biscoff, Storm and Shake are back at Hungry Jack's.
10 out of 10.
It is perfect.
Only at Hungry Jack's.
One day, but not right now.
Over 99% accurate. Clear blue.
Your stream look completely new. Now when you open Streamlabs, this is essentially what you're going to see. You're going to have your editor display, your scene selector, your source selector, and your audio mixer. Now on the top left here you can see a bunch of different little icons. What you're looking for theme.
Making your stream look good and stand out to others is not really that hard. I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to do that, from where to actually get these overlay packages and how to actually install them in OBS. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Now, there are a ton of different places to get these overlays from, whether they be free or custom made, or even just a couple of bucks, like $40 or $50. But personally, I recommend you starting out with one of these three places I mentioned, or another place that might just have pre-made assets. Reason why you want to use pre-made stuff when you first start out is because if you start using this and you decide this really isn't the look you're going for a few months down the road, it would be really upsetting if you spent a few $100s and then you wasted that, versus if you only spent like 20 or 40 bucks on a package and then stopped using it after a couple of months. All right, so the three places I recommend are either going to be Visuals by Impulse, Nerd or Die, or Owned or Own 3D. I don't know which one it really is, but either way, they'll be down in the description below. These are gonna be three places that I've used before personally myself, and I've also seen them in the industry for a very long time. So I highly recommend checking these places out, as they have reasonable prices and some pretty good overlays to start out with, especially when you're new to streaming. Now, personally, in this video, I'm gonna be using Visuals by Impulse. I'm actually gonna show you a free package I found, and if you guys want to download it as well, link in the description. That way you guys can follow along and you can see how installing it actually works. All right, so first things first, let's go to Visuals by Impulse. We're gonna head over to their website. Then we're gonna want to go over to the store. And once we go to the store, we'll want to scroll down. So here you can drill down into the different categories they have, whether it's animated, stream packages, stream deck icons, that kind of stuff. We're just going to hit free. And yep, so you can see all these free icons here for your stream deck. There's a pizza party bundle, but the one I'm going to be showing you guys how to install and how to use today is going to be Luxury right here. This one. So this is a free package that comes with everything that you pretty much need, whether it's, you know, overlays, different scenes. They're also animated too, or not animated, depending on if your computer can handle animated or not. So you get both of them, which is going to be pretty awesome. So if you guys want, go ahead and download this right now. All you have to do is hit add to cart. You check out, it's name your price. You don't have to name any price. You can just download it for absolutely free. Now that we got our overlay, let's go ahead and over to OBS and start installing it. All right, so this is what the bare naked OBS looks like. By the way, before we go any further, if you guys don't have this downloaded, make sure you guys go download OBS. Also, we have a full tutorial on the best settings for OBS. So in case you haven't followed that guide, please make sure you guys go check it out. It should be right up above me. And then once you guys complete that, come back here and we'll continue the how-to video on how to add your overlays. Now, if you've already done that, kudos. And if you actually watch our video, double kudos to you for doing that. We appreciate it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and create all the scenes that we need. So we're going to go over to our scenes right here, and we're going to click on just chatting. We want a starting soon screen, gameplay scene, and then maybe intermission and ending soon. All right, so let's go ahead and go to our gameplay scene, and we're going to start setting this one up first. You'll see why afterwards. So what we'll want to do is we'll want to add a webcam. So let's go ahead down to video capture device. We'll hit Elgato face cam. And perfect. There we go. We have our Elgato face cam added. I'm actually still really surprised by how good this actually looks. So now we have the Elgato face cam. So let's go ahead and add our border to this. So go down to where it says sources, hit the plus button again. Now this is where it gets tricky. If you found a static overlay, which by the way, static overlay does use less resources. So if you're doing a single PC stream or if your computer is a bit older, I recommend doing static as it's not going to take up as much resources as an animated package would. If you're doing a static overlay, you're going to want to go ahead and add image. And that's going to be what it is that they're all just basically images because they're not moving and they're not movies or anything like that. Now, if you have an animated overlay, like the one we just downloaded, the luxury one, you want to go ahead and do a media source, as that's exactly what that is. So we're going to add media source and do webcam overlay. And then we're going to click OK, browse. Now, one thing I didn't actually mention to you guys, make sure you know where this is actually at. So personally, as a recommendation, I have a whole folder that says assets. So
I'll be back. I'm gonna make a coffee.
usually I have like a stream folder in here that has all the stream assets. I have transitions in here, text, music, clients that I'm working with, all the assets that they use. It's really, really helpful to have this organized. That way you can go ahead and know exactly where it's at in case there's any issues with it. You need to re-add it or anything of that nature. Or if you remove OBS and reinstall OBS, it's very, very helpful knowing exactly where it's at. So let's go ahead and drill down into where we put it. I just put this one in the actual project folder since this is what I'm working on. Overlay bundles, luxury, perfect. So now we're going to go to overlays, animated, and there we are. So now we have our webcam overlay right here. We'll click OK. Now, if you guys are doing an animated overlay, you want to make sure that you do a loop. And I'm going to show you guys why. Because technically, this is a video file that plays for so many seconds. If you don't choose it to loop, it will basically just play for the first time and then it will disappear. So make sure you guys hit loop if you're doing an animated package. If you're doing a regular package or a static looking image, you won't have to worry about this. I'll go back through and I'll show you how to do the static one as well. But just in case you want to add animated, since they're so cheap nowadays and very easily accessible, we're doing it this way. And click OK. And there we are. And now we have the two things. Now we just got to basically line it up and make sure everything looks good on our webcam. So we'll go ahead and do that. We can just use our arrow keys to make sure it's lined up perfectly. And there we go. Now we have our animated webcam overlay already. And then also what's really cool from here is if you guys want, you can actually select this, hit shift and select this other one. When you right click it, you can then also group these together. We can just call this webcam. So now what's really cool is we can lock, so we can now move this as a group. So that way if we resize it, it's going to resize the whole thing and it's not going to change the size of the webcam or the overlay. So we can go ahead and move this to wherever we want to. So in case you want it over here or you want it over here, it makes it super easy so that you can just move them together without worrying about about, you know, moving one versus the other and then messing up how they're actually overlaid. And there we go. That is how to add the animated webcam to your webcam overlay. Now, as I said before, I do want to show you guys how to add the static one as well. So what we're going to do is we're literally just going to go down here to this plus symbol again. We're going to go to add image this time. And we're going to do webcam overlay static. Now we're going to go to browse overlay static, click webcam. So now, because if you notice, when we're looking for the animated, it didn't show it because that's not an image. Now we go to static, and there we go. That is it, which is perfect. Click OK, and that's it. And then all you'd have to do is just line this up the same way we did before. All right, let's just say that's good. Technically, you can just take this and drag that down, and boom, there you go. Now you have one that's static, that's not moving, so less resources being used, or you have one that is animated. That's gonna be the only difference while we're going through this, is that if it's not animated, it's just an image. If it's animated, add it as a media source. All right, let's move on to the next. All right, so let's go to our starting soon. So we're gonna, again, just click on the starting soon scene, and then we're gonna go down here to the plus button underneath sources. And then we're gonna add media source. We're gonna do starting soon screen. All right, now we're gonna go to browse. All right, so from here, you wanna go to screens, animated, and then you're gonna wanna do the starting soon screen. And again, you wanna make sure you loop this, click OK, and there we go. Luckily, this package also comes with texts that are already pre-made for us, so we can just go ahead and hit this plus button. We're gonna add images, and we're gonna do starting soon text, browse, and we'll do starting soon. Our stream starting, and there we go. So we can literally just leave it like this, and we'll just let this play until we actually want to start our stream. And then once we do, we can just hit our gameplay, or we can do our just chatting. All right, so for the next scene, let's go ahead and set up our intermission. So once we go to intermission, now we can hit this plus button right here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a media source, and we'll hit intermission screen, browse, screens, animated. And we'll do intermission, and then boom, there we go. Now, the cool thing is once you're trying to add an asset that you've already added in as a source, you can just hit this plus button. So for instance, our webcam, which should be right in the middle there, go ahead and we'll hit, oh, wait, you see that? I made a mistake. I didn't press loop. And that's what happens when you don't loop it, it turns off. So if you notice now, it's going to continue playing once this timer actually hits 7. And there it restarts. Now, if I took loop off of this, and it gets to the end, turns off. Don't be like me. Go ahead and add media source. We'll do BRB screen. So again, we'll come down to that plus button. We'll go to image, stream ending, transition. Transition A, we do preview transition. This closes and comes back, and now it's B. And that's to change our gameplay screen to our starting soon. It should look
Ugh.
Guys, welcome to yet another OBS Studio tutorial by Kalancho Productions. In today's video, we will take a closer look at the stream labels. Stream labels is a widget by Streamlabs that allows you to show the name of the recent follower, recent subscriber, top donators, and many more using TXT files generated on your PC. So if you are using Streamlabs OBS, you don't need to download any additional software. By the way, I've done a tutorial about stream labels for the Streamlabs OBS users. The link is popping up in the right corner. But if you are using OBS Studio, then you need to download an additional software on your PC. So you need to go to streamlabs.com. I will leave a link in the description down below, and then find the stream labels widget and download the software itself. And once you download the software,
I gotta restart the stream. I'll be back.